Hi, it's Terry with Terry's Mailbox, and I'd like to welcome you to the Craft Collabs Favorite Fall Color event. Sweater weather has arrived, and we're all inspired by the glorious colors this time of year. We're each sharing our favorite fall color combination and our projects to delight and inspire you. Enjoy our projects. Thanks for hopping. So I'm starting with the Concord Ninth Grateful for Everything stamp set, and I'm going to stamp that large flower that I was pointing to. I've decided to stamp on linen, decided to do something totally different. So here's that large floral stamp. And I'm actually inking it with Gina K. Almagan ink because I plan to use Copic markers. So again, you can see I'm taking a few runs at it to make sure that that I collect the outlines, and then I'm moving it over to a cutting board with the same masking tape that I used to tape it down into my MISTI. So I've got kind of a fall selection of colors here, obviously the oranges and yellows and greens and browns, and I'm just proceeding to color it with the markers. And again, when you're coloring on linen, you can't leave the marker in contact for too long because otherwise it will bleed out. But so I'm moving quickly. The video's also sped up a little bit here, but again, I'm just adding the different fall colors to brighten up this piece. Using some greens here. I just really like the way this particular card came out. You'll see in the very end, how it came together for me. So, like I say, I love the fall colors. We live in a wooded area, so we certainly get to see the riot of colors that occur in the fall time, which is just gorgeous from our windows. So I have a great color palette to copy. So again, just kind of filling in the colors here. You need some dark red berries on here someplace, don't you? And here I am coloring in the vinyl oak leaf, I would assume, kind of in multiple colors here, adding a little dimension with the brown or the caramel color, just to add some depth. And there's that part of it. So then I took a piece of 4.25 by 5.5 piece of cardstock so that I'd know exactly where to trim the piece. I'm using my Tim Holtz guillotine cutter, and again, this thing's amazing. It cuts everything so very well, even material. So then this will give me the final size, and I'm planning on fringing the edges. You'll see that a little bit later too. So I decided to go back and add some outlines. I didn't think the outlines on the flowers and the leaves was prominent enough, so went back with a black alcohol marker and just added some additional lines to really make the colors pop. So next I'm going to do the frame. So I'm using a wood-grained cardstock, and I'm using the smooshing technique using Tim Holtz Distress inks. So again, you can kind of see you can get great layers with that thing. And then I cut it out with a frames die. This one's actually kind of become one of my favorites because it's a stitched frame die. And you can see I picked out the second largest one, and I'm going to center it on the floral background. So I ended up stitching it with my sewing machine. I did that off camera with both straight stitches and zigzags, and there I am just kind of trimming it up a little bit more. And I grabbed a poker tool, and I am fringing the edges of it down to the frame. I thought this was kind of a cool look. And then once I'm done with the fringing, I did go ahead and attach it to a Craft A2 card base. So I did that off camera as well. And so here I've got the sentiment from the set, the word grateful written in script, which I just thought was gorgeous. So here's the final card. little bit of a close-up. So thanks so much for joining us today. Again, I'm Terry's Mailbox, and I'm on Instagram, Facebook, Blogger. Come join me and follow and make comments. Thanks again.